and don't blink.
Hi everybody. Today we're going to look at this guy here who's going to tell us how atheism can lead to anti-theism and how evil it is and how much murder it causes. Well, here we go.
Hey everyone, it's Rami over here, of course. I hope everyone is doing fantastic.
Hello, and yes, I am fantastic.
But anyways, I want to talk about something in regards to the philosophical debate, if you like. And this one is in regards to basically the argument against religion, of course, which is very far and wide.
Well, I think the main argument against religion is that it's not true, and it's just bullshit.
The argument against religion is vocalized across the world by many people. One of the arguments, though, that consistently fails, in my opinion, is the fact that a lot of people tend to claim that no one's ever done anything wrong in the name of atheism.
What I think you fail to realize is that by saying doing something wrong in the name of atheism literally means it would have to be an organization for you to have a cause that directs your actions towards doing something, which atheism is not, because it's a lack of belief in God. That is it.
So, of course, atheism is the belief that there is no God or higher power.
Nope. It's actually the lack of belief of a God or a higher power. And there is a big difference.
On the onset, that is absolutely true because, as we know, atheism is a concept of a lack of belief, and it actually isn't a concept of beliefs. So, of course, atheism is not a religion, so it's hard for someone or a group to do something in the name of something they do not believe in. So it kind of makes sense to that regard.
Okay, well, you clearly understand the point of atheism, so how is this going to be bad?
People need to make a distinction between atheists and anti-theists.
Yep, the distinction is atheists have a lack of belief in God, anti-theists do not like religion.
This has been my argument for a very long time. So, of course, we have atheists who are people that simply do not believe in a God, and their numbers are rising. And that concept in and of itself, in my opinion, is absolutely harmless, and that's a-okay, and that's fine. But what atheists tend to do is, whilst they're attacking religion, they try to make the claim that no one's ever done anything wrong in the name of atheism.
I thought we already established this.
But people have done things wrong in the name of religion. So it sort of gives them this ammunition. But,
And that's a big but.
as we are aware, in the last 100 years, there have been many movements, secular movements, movements to promote democracy, or movements to expel religion from certain lands. And what we've seen is an anti-theistic movement, which has been, in the last 100 years at least, more dangerous than religion has been combined.
The interesting thing about all of your examples is that they're all government. You realize that it's statism that's causing these problems, not atheism or anti-theism. It's organized secular governments causing these problems. So continue.
And we see this with many regimes that have occurred in the last century. Many regimes that were anti-theist, and where people with anti-theistic ideas gained positions of power and did some horrible things to people because of their anti-theism.
So the fact that they got rid of these clerical scumlords who literally would buy up whole towns, would impose their horribly unmoral values on their people and expect them to participate in only religious activities, and in the case of the Mexican example you gave, told their people they're either for religion or for the government and they can't be both. I wonder why the government would have had problems with that.
Their distinct hate for religion and their their oppression of religion to expel it from society.
You have a group of people who want to stifle progress in science, social issues, and philosophical issues. Maybe it's time you got rid of them. Maybe it's not such a unnoble thing to do.
Because even though on the onset they are correct,
Well, I'm glad that you think I'm correct.
that nobody has ever done any evil deed in the name of atheism.
So you're admitting that what you just said is a bunch of bullshit?
People have done wrong in the name of anti-theism.
Anti-theism also is not a doctrine or an organization of any kind. So what are you arguing? That people's beliefs cause them to do something bad?
Which is actually a product of atheism.
Not always.
How do these two link? Well, the bottom line is, you cannot be an anti-theist unless you are an atheist.
Well, actually, most religions are anti-theist towards other religions. Just look at all the infighting between Jews, Christians, and Muslims. They're all anti-theist in one way or another because they don't think the other people are right.
Think about that for a second. Because there are no theists out there that are anti-theist.
Yes, there are. Like I said, there are Muslims who kill other Muslims because they think what they believe is wrong. There were Christians who killed other Christians, or Catholics who thought the other people were wrong. It is all anti-theism in one way or another.
People that were once atheists actually have become anti-theist at some point in their lives.
You keep saying that like it's somehow wrong to be anti-lies.
And it could go the other way around. Some people that have been anti-theist can go back towards a more kind of natural mindset of atheism.
While I might concede that something like that could happen, it's very unlikely that there would be any reason to do that.
So my argument is, if you truly believe that religion is evil, and people have done things in the name of a religion, but nobody has done anything wrong in the name of atheism, if you actually take a step back and really observe the information out there, what we see is, I could also argue that actually people have done wrong in the name of atheism.
Yeah, you could argue that, but you'd still be wrong.
And the reason that people have done wrong in the name of atheism is because of anti-theism, which is actually a product of atheism.
You still haven't proven that.
So it connects. You cannot be anti-theist if you're a theist. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, you can, and you don't make sense.
You could only be an anti-theist if you're an atheist.
Nope.
One is the concept of not believing in a God, which is harmless in and of itself.
Right. A concept, not an ideology.
But once people develop a hatred for religion and a hatred to theism and get into a position of power of some sort, this is where the branch of atheism can lead to a militant style anti-theism.
Yeah.
So, like I stated earlier, it's not the atheism or anti-theism that's the problem. It's when the state needs to exercise control over its population that it becomes a problem.
Which is as destructive as religion.
Yet, on the other hand, every day, religious people will do bad stuff to other people, and they're not in charge of governments.
Most everyday atheists aren't dangerous people and don't do things in the name of atheism because technically they can't, and they don't. But,
Love them big butts.
on the other hand, we do have anti-theists who in the last century have led to countless lives being lost in their regimes to try and expel religion and get rid of it in the social framework.
Finding it pretty funny that you're telling us the reason why these people are doing bad stuff, but you don't seem to recognize that it's not the anti-theism that's causing the problems, it's the statism that's causing the problems. The regimes, as you call them.
And this, in and of itself, is evidence to me that the argument that atheists make to attack religion as being a very unique style of spreading hatred around the world need to really take a look back, take a step back and observe the information and really think about what they're saying. Because if that is their argument, that religion has caused so much evil in the world and people have committed evil in the name of religion, I could easily say, in return, that people have actually committed evil indirectly in the name of atheism because they are anti-theists.
And I could say, in a roundabout way, that your arguments are extremely flawed and you might be borderline retarded.
And one cannot be an anti-theist without being an atheist. So there's a connection. You know,
Only in your sad little twisted mind.
if we are going to point the fingers there and blame people for being violent and aggressive in things that they believe in.
Yeah, things they believe in, not lack the belief in.
Well, anti-theists believed that religion was detrimental to society, and anti-theists wanted to do something to get rid of religion in society.
I'm pretty sure at this point the anti-theists had evidence of the problems religion causes in society.
And to cleanse a society from such mind frames that they thought was holding their nations back.
Yeah, because they were holding their nations back.
And these evil people, dictators and leaders, did these things because they believed that religion was the roots of not only all evil, but they also believed that religion had no place in their society.
And they were absolutely right about that.
And that is the issue there, is that anti-theism is just as destructive as theism is.
Well, in essence, it can't be because there's no dogmatic traditions to go off of.
So guys, I just think we need to stop kind of making this statement. And this goes out to not only the atheists out there that make these arguments that it is only religion that basically causes all this chaos in the world, but this is also a message to people that actually cannot tell the difference between an atheist and an anti-theist because they are two completely different things.
So, you mean yourself?
And I know many atheists out there that are actually wonderful people, that don't have this seething hatred for religion. But there's also a significant number of people that are anti-theist out there. And they do everything in their power to paint religion in an evil way and to kind of show the world that religion needs to actually die and religion needs to be rid of.
Yeah, I mean, showing the things that the religious people are doing, is painting them in a bad light, of course.
And the scary part of that is once people have positions of power with this mentality, they become as crazy as a religious zealot.
No, because usually they back their arguments with facts, not just magical thinking.
They become as crazy as a fundamentalist religious person.
Because they take all their instructions for life from an ancient desert book of fables.
And that is a fact that we can observe.
I haven't seen you observe any facts in this whole video.
So, that is my argument, guys.
And it's a very shitty argument.
it goes to both sides. It goes to the atheist argument and the theist argument. For us to better understand each other and to not make such sweeping generalizations about religion.
How about just the evidential-based bad stuff that religion does?
Because, you know, one can easily come back and say the opposite.
Yep, easy but still wrong. Well, that video was completely a mindfuck. I don't know where this guy got his debating skills, but he doesn't understand concepts in any philosophical terms that he's using. His examples are pure garbage, and whatever he's arguing clearly falls flat on its face. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment below if you like the video. I'll see you later, Earthlings.